Juggernaut Collectibles here for an action figure review. Today we are looking at the 2022 Hasbro Marvel Legends Baron Zemo. He comes in the standard Marvel Legends box, comic book art on the side, and on the back a short read-up. The design and theme of the box is the same as the 2021 Supervillains Wave, wherein the background of the figure is light green. So here we have Baron Zemo out of the packaging. In terms of the head, there's not much of a face, but it's a person under a mask. The sculpted details here that you can see are these lines. They're painted differently, of a different shade of like darker purple or magenta. So those are sculpted details. Unfortunately for my figure, there seems to be like a glue spill. As you can see on this side, it's not that clean to look at. When you focus some light on it, you can notice that there's somewhat like blemishes on his face. Like, yeah, it's like glue. I'll try to remove it and we'll see. Hopefully it can be removed by hot water. In terms of the headpiece here, it's attached to him. This is sculpted onto him. He has white eyes with some dark paint underneath, which really brings out the eyes. In terms of his shoulder, this shoulder piece here is a separate piece. It's a sculpted piece. In terms of his body, this is the plain body. To be exact, it is similar to Dormammu's body, as you can see here from the Supervillains Wave. You would notice it's exactly the same on the shoulders. Exactly the same in terms of the high or long gloves here. It's different from Red Skull because Red Skull has a shorter gloves. So in terms of Red Skull, this piece over here is exactly the same. The upper arm here is the same, but when it comes to this piece here, it's different. It's from Dormammu. In terms of the lower body, again, there is some difference. It isn't like this baggy jeans that Dormammu and Red Skull has. Some baggy jeans. So I think this is just the regular legs. But the upper body is, the arms is a reuse. Though the torso is different because you can see some muscles here. So the torso of the Baron Zemo is different. So in summary, it's actually just the arms of Dormammu which was reused for this particular figure. Initially, I thought it was a reuse of the whole body, but that is not the case. In terms of his body, it's just plain painted purple, even on the back. So there's not much other sculpted details on the body. In terms of his arms, his hands right here, this one is really good painted lines. Those are good painted lines running towards the middle of his fingers, but inside the palm there's no painted lines, which is fine. It will get removed anyway if we put stuff on there. But overall, clean painted lines on the gloves. That's a really good detail. In terms of the belt, yeah, I know this is comic book accurate belt, but it does prevent some articulation on his abs. And I'm worried that this will eventually break as we continue to move it forward and back. In terms of his boots right here, by the way, these polka dots here are all painted. They're not sculpted. So there is some fading in terms of the black fades to the white sculpture here. I mean to the white sculpted details. It seems to be a separate piece glued on to the legs. To the legs, and that's a good thing. Instead of hanging loose, it's glued in. In terms of the boot, he has heels, but not much detail in terms of the boots, which is fine. So here we have Baron Zemo. Baron Helmut Zemo first appeared as the character known as the Phoenix in Captain America and Falcon number 168, published December 1973. He captured Captain America and was about to drop him in a lot of boiling adhesive X. The Phoenix revealed himself to be Helmut Zemo, the son of Baron Heinrich Zemo. Baron Helmut Zemo is seeking revenge for the destruction of the father he loves and admires. In a battle with Captain America, the adhesive X glued the mask of his father's face. Since the mask was permanently attached, Baron Heinrich Zemo was driven mad, and it ruined his family. He took out his hatred on the people that he loved. Falcon managed to set Captain America free, and during the battle, Cap's shield hit the Phoenix so hard, the Phoenix fell into the boiling adhesive X. The first appearance of Baron Helmut Zemo was 9 years later, in Captain America number 276, published December 1982. Captain America was standing in a rooftop after a meeting with Nick Fury. Behind him, a mysterious man in a coat ran. This intrigued Captain America that he followed the mysterious man. Captain America was led to a jet, and the mysterious man seems to be some kind of translucent android, not a human. Without any hesitation, Captain America jumped into the jet. They arrived in a castle where Captain America was caught. It was revealed that the translucent android was acting under the command of Arnim Zola, Vermin, and Baron Zemo. Baron Zemo revealed that he is the Phoenix, the son of Baron Heinrich Zemo. He showed photos of how happy his family was before Captain America ruined everything. Captain America defended himself, saying that Heinrich Zemo was using his talents for evil. Helmut Zemo slaps Captain America on the face. He revealed how disfigured he is after surviving the boiling adhesive X in their first encounter. Out of the packaging, Baron Zemo comes with a closed fist, left hand, and a weapon holding right hand. It seems to be a trigger finger. As you can see, the trigger is a bit high, but it is also good for holding this accessory which it comes, which is a sword. Now if I can just peg it on. So here we have the sword that Baron Zemo comes with. In terms of Baron Zemo's hands, it doesn't make sense that he comes with the trigger finger hand for a gun. He doesn't come with a gun, but Hasbro would assume you have lots of guns lying around that you can use. So yeah, it doesn't make sense that he has 3 pairs of hands that can hold the sword, and he has only 1 pair of hands which is fisted. The alternate hands that Baron Zemo comes with is alternate gripping hands for both left and right hand. They're exactly the same. So in terms of the sword, not this Excalibur, the other one. In terms of the sword, can it hold it as well? Not that much, because as you can see, this is a little bit tight. I think I'm gonna break as well the paint, or I already did break the paint. But it can hold it, but it's just a little bit tight. No, I think you would kind of break the mold of this a bit, make it really loose. But he can hold it with those hands as well. Let's try the other hands. It is really a bit tight as it comes out of the packaging for me. So, yep. So Baron Zemo comes with 3 hands that can hold the sword. The thing is, he only comes with 1 fisted hand. In terms of the sword, let's get it. And I'll compare it with the Excalibur sword that came with Captain Britain. As you can see, the Excalibur sword is bigger and longer, so it is not a reuse of the Excalibur sword. It seems to be a new sword. Sculpted circular detail here. Also, this one is sculpted for the gripping, to grip the sword. There's sculpt work. And this one is sculpted as well with holes. And this is a good looking sword. So let me zoom in so you can see. Yep, there you go. You can see the sculpt work done on the handles of the sword. Here we have him using Red Skull's gun, and as you can see, it is really a trigger finger hand, as the finger can fit onto the trigger there. So I wish Hasbro would have included a gun for him, since they gave us a trigger finger hand. The figure stands 16 centimeters or 6.3 inch tall. In terms of the info trading card, it says that Helmut Zemo stands 5 feet 10 inches. Here are some Marvel Legends size comparison, beginning with the movie Spider-Man and the retro Spider-Man. Here we have him beside X-23 and Lady Loki. Here he is besides the movie Captain America and the Iron Man AI. Here he is besides Doctor Doom and Kang. Here he is besides Crossbones and Kingpin. Here he is besides larger figures Semnu and MODOK. Here he is besides Red Skull and Dormammu. And here he is besides the rest of the supervillains wave from 2021. Here he is besides other Marvel Legends supervillains. And here he is besides 7-inch scale figures Marvel Select Thor and Hulk. In terms of articulation, his head is on the new double dumbbell joint, which allows a great range of movement, wherein his head can not only look from side to side, but it can tilt and give you some sort of an attitude. He can look up as well, look down, his arms can extend that far. The wide shoulder piece will go along with it as you do a full 360. He has a bicep swivel right here. He has double jointed elbows, which is a bit strangely looking when bent fully. He doesn't have a swivel on his gloves, but he does have a swivel on his wrist, and it can hinge forward and back. He can do a crunch, but be careful because it might break the belt. He can crunch backward as well. He has a waist swivel right here. He can do a split. He can kick forward. He has an upper thigh swivel. He has double jointed knees. He has a lower calf swivel hidden. He can hinge forward and back and has an ankle rocker. A lot of fans got excited with the release of a Baron Zemo action figure based on his look from the comic books. There is a lot of sculpt work and details for this particular figure, which is surprising because it is a comic book based character. In terms of his accessories, it would be nice if there were more alternate hands since the mold exists with Dormammu and Red Skull. Overall, this is a good action figure. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. Please like, subscribe, comment, and ring the notification bell.